Good morning, grasshoppers. A little late start here. Spotting our opponent, unfortunately, Mr. Risev. How are you? He is not aware that I'm streaming, there's no doubt. Unless you refresh the page, because I believe I started my stream after the game began. No, we don't capture this like the King's Gambit accepted. I have played D4 here. Yesterday morning's first actual game, I actually ended up with my king on E4. And I somehow managed to win the game. That was absolute and utter craziness. Do I want to play that move? He has managed to develop his pieces really, really well. Just for one day. Now we have pressure on the F file. The F7 pawn is attacked indirectly a couple of times. Should we? I am sacrificing a pawn, or am I? Perhaps I'm not. Perhaps I'm just migrating to the king side. Oh no! Looks like we're sacrificing a piece here. After all, we are attacking the bishop.
Check.
We'll just keep on bringing the entire gang to the party. How are we going to manage this attack? How are we going to manage this attack? He's coordinating his pieces pretty well, I have to admit. We have to keep up the pressure. Alright, do we have a place to hide with our king? Will it be worth it? It looks as though we might have.
Check. Check.
We're staying on the dark squares. This should be the end of the road.
Check. Check.
Oh no!
Check.
The peace sacrifice was not worth it, as it turns out.
Time is running out. Check.
Oh, I got lost on the way to you in an orange
Check.
sky by the ocean blue. Every mile lost, my soul renewed,
Check.
taken by the sunrise and the golden view. Walking slowly in the mountains underneath the constellations. Yeah, I know that you've been waiting for me. Time is losing all its meaning, like I'm living in a dream, and I've been chasing all the feelings I need. It's in these moments with words unspoken, my eyes wide open, life tastes so sweet. It's in these
Can I do this?
where all I know is coming into focus, and now I see.
Check.
It's in these moments.
Check. Check.
It's in these moments. Oh, I know that you've been waiting. It's in these moments.
Check.
Oh, I got lost
Check.
on a winding road in the dark of night with the stars aglow.
Check.
Heaven's up above, got me below as I head to you like the river flows. Walking slowly in the mountains underneath the constellations. Yeah, I know that you've been waiting for me. Time is losing all its meaning, like I'm
No! He got me with knight f8. Good work, Rise F.
It's in these moments with words
Oh, you just noticed that? It's been adult only for a long time.
life tastes so sweet. It's in these moments where all I know is coming in.
I only marked it as adult only. Oh, you're right. It affected both, didn't it?
These moments
On YouTube. On YouTube, they have a setting for kids only. And that is not exactly true, right? Kids only. We're just gonna keep pounding away at our opponent here. We have to really come up with a plan to attack our opponent's king. His knight is tied down. Can't move anything just yet. We'll just keep restricting our opponent's stuff until it cannot be restricted anymore.
Had a feeling we had something. Could have seen it in your eyes.
I am hoping for the weakening of the f4 square at some point. EDEC 17, good morning. We're going to keep pounding away at that weakness of a square. Now that we've got the opportunity, so do we take twice? Wow, it looks like he's managed to close up the position. Maybe I should have played d4 last move. Is this worth a sacrifice? I do want a pawn on d4 though. I do want a pawn on d4 and I want a pawn on f4. And I have to decide how I'm getting my knight into the game. Trying to figure out how to get at the opponent's king. Whoa! There are so many weak squares, I don't know where to begin. Do I get mated? Does look a little bit scary. Just a wee bit scary. Are we trading pieces? You are, you are. I'm not worried about knight c7 check at the end of the rainbow because... Whoa. We have more where that came from. Let's guard everything here. Yes. Am I not getting this? Kind of a bummer that he got a rook out of the deal. Can I open that line? No. Okay. I don't really want my knight pinned again, to be honest. This is not really going to work out at all.
Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a whirl. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a whirl.
I need one pawn, and that could work.
Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah.
check,
Empty house and neon lights.
The playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell
Time is running
myself
out.
it's fine to be alone.
check,
Just to find somewhere that finally feels like home.
Oh,
I hate all this overthinking. The more I swim, the more I'm
Check.
sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers.
Check.
Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now.
check,
he knows the technique. This is tragic that he knows the technique.
check, check,
He knows the technique.
check. You lose.
Nicely done.
Get me out of broken hearts and starting fights.
Can't believe I hung my rook. Knight c7 check. 4 strong games to finish in a row. Good morning, Eric. Good morning, Zephyr. Yeah, I wish I could have. Thank you, though, Zephyr. Rather crazy, I admit. Good morning, Lauren. Good night, Darkblade. Thank you, man. Zephyr, where are you from? I think I missed that somehow. Are you also from Oceania? I can't remember.
This nation owes you a huge debt.
Good morning, Al-Hidar. Ali-Hidar. Ali, perhaps? Ali-Hidar, where are you from? Welcome and thank you for the follow. Oh, you hang out in the German community of China? Nice. We're just waiting for Viper to finish off his opponent, as it turns out. Al-Hidar, are you in the tournament? What? Your son knows me. Oh no, that's terrible. I hope that's a good thing. I'll throw in my about information and my socials as well while I'm at it. How does your son know me? Well, obviously he's a chess player. Did we meet in Philadelphia? Have we met at all? I'm like trying to do the process of elimination here, right? Are you from New York, Al Haidar?
Time is running out.
Well, I'm a little bummed that I wasn't able to cash in on my first 2 wins, and I'm not unhappy that my opponent isn't here for right now so that I can have a moment to myself. Oh yeah? We're getting German grammar corrections here, I tell you. Who would have known? So Al-Hadar, Ali, I'm assuming that you are Ali. I'm not entirely sure. 9, Eriquito. Wait, so you're from Turkey, but your son knows me. I have to think about this for a moment. So how does your son know me? Oh, does your son know me through the stream? That's very cool. I'm trying to think. Is that Ishmael? I apologize. I will speak more slowly if that helps. I'm thinking that it would be maybe Ishmael. I'm not sure if Ishmael is from Turkey. Oh, Rizev. I see. Has he beaten me today? I can't remember. I think he might have accidentally beaten me today. No way. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. When is Rizev's next tournament? He might have accidentally beaten me. Indeed. That's how I phrase it. Someone was asking me how I deal with the losses. How do I not get emotional about the losses? Well, to be honest, it's just another game. On the way, it's like a stepping stone across the river. You might fall into the river on occasion. You may slip. But in reality, our goal let's relocate our pieces toward the E5 square. Hey, that looks like a really important piece that you just offered me there. I gotta keep you from getting a knight to F4. Can I go this way? Am I ready to explode right under the sky? We're just going to keep occupying that square until we are able to bother it to no end. Easy there. Wow, he's really determined. He's really determined to flag me. You know, this is a 2-second increment. Oh, I see. I imagine that you have a point. Let's throw in an attacking move for a change. Now we get her up to the 7th rank. Can we break through it all? Maybe. Just maybe we'll keep up the pressure. Oh no! Alright, well, we're finally on the board. Eric, we're finally on the board. But not mad enough that it demoralizes them. That is true. That is true. If this game were that much very important. He has to be one of the best 9-year-olds in the country. I'm hoping, because otherwise I'm in trouble. But I've lost to a lot of other young players, not unlike Razev, especially if you travel to Norway. Especially if you travel to Norway. Boy, you get really torn to shreds there. If it works, it works. Getting back to Lauren's last comment on the broken German. Oh. Tomorrow is Bennick's birthday. Debating whether or not I attempt to do several Botvinnik instructionals today on YouTube, or if I continue with Kramnik and just put Botvinnik School and do all of Botvinnik students, the Botvinnik School. Make it a, you know how I have my memorable games part 1? Well, I could have not my memorable games part 1, but the Botvinnik School part 1. Or just Botvinnik School. Kramnik versus X. That way I can get Eric Keto. Oh, Eric Keto, I refunded your... I forgot that I refunded yours. Trying to think of how to catch up on all of Pegasus's backlog of stuff that I have to get done for him. All right, next round. Skywell is running away with the tournament. Temporarily paused. The 3XK. Good morning, the 3XK. Where are you, sir? I'm trying to recall where everyone is from because I was so good about it in the simuls this weekend. I have to just grab the space. The 3XK is working on his. Reti opening repertoire. Yes, I did. I blundered a pawn. One of the secrets to wielding against players that have a favorite opening is to vary early, even if it means the loss of a pawn. And yeah, I am of a slightly different opinion. I don't think that the players have to get angry at the loss, but I think they have to get very determined. For example, going after certain things, going after certain
Oh, I got lost on the way to you in an orange sky by the ocean blue. Every mile lost
like arrogance, I think, is actually the best quality.
by the sunrise in the
Now we're going to take care of
walking slowly in the mountains underneath the constellations. Yeah, I know that you've been waiting for me.
how is White going to continue his development? That is the question.
I'm living in a dream and I've been chasing all the feelings I need. It's in these moments with words unspoken, my eyes wide open, life tastes so sweet. It's in these moments where all I
Yes,
know is coming into
that is perfectly logical.
it's in these moments.
Perfectly logical. We're about to orchestrate either a pin, a skewer, but I'm still trying to keep my opponent from getting his pieces developed, to be honest.
Oh, I got lost on a winding road in the dark of night with the stars up.
And now the knight on a3 looks a little funny, doesn't it? Doesn't it look just a little bit funny? As we get all of our pieces out and try to get compensation for the pawn. Tapas New, how is the YouTube going? Good morning. I was hoping to raid Missin Moss later. Yes. What do I have to worry about here? I mean, I'm not really happy with this particular position. Let me think about this for a moment. So I want a pawn on b7. Am I going to be able to stop a pawn from getting to b7? That is the other question. Am I going to be able to stop a pawn from getting to b7? Yes. I can't really stop this from happening, can I?
Check.
But we can try.
Victory.
That was a very dirty flag in a way. I did not think that we had dirty flags in the dojo, but I could be proven wrong. Yeah, I know. I was talking to her earlier. I asked her to keep streaming. I was going to try to commission her to do a Master Chess Dojo theme, a la a James Bond theme, because she has a Spotify artist account. And I wasn't sure what that would run, but I would definitely be promoting her channel and her. He did. He absolutely did. So we were talking to Ali earlier, Ryzen's mom. I believe it was Ryzen's mom. It could be Ryzen's dad, but I apologize if I'm wrong. Yeah, my channel is just marked to prepare students just in case anyone uses the language that I'm unable to control. You know, if I have an open-ended stream and someone has or has not thrown in a few comments that didn't work out. And Sleepy Mario yesterday did earn his. If anybody was here for Sleepy Mario, was anybody here yesterday for Sleepy Mario's comments? I'm so sorry, 3XK. That was a terrible game on my part, but it was a very good game on your part. So, yeah, after the stream was over, I went back to review his history a little bit. And I am worried about him because he is a streamer. But I knew he was a streamer, so I was cutting him a little bit of slack for having a very bad and strange day. But he had a run-in with SLK Chess a long time ago where he was insulting his island and it was borderline unacceptable. And I thought that there was something personal going on between them. So rather than get involved with that, I decided that Sleepy Mario needs a relative retirement from the channel. It's the first time that I've actually banned someone, so he's earned a special place. It is strange that he doesn't just not want to come to a channel, that he has to earn a permaban. Yeah, I had also, previously to actually banning him, I had reported his behavior to Twitch. I actually wanted to report it as self-harm because it was somewhat self-harm, if you consider it that. It was just very, very unusual behavior, and I worry for him. As a teacher, I understand certain types of behavior that might lead to, let's just say, more permanent forms of self-banning. And because I've lost so many students to teenage miscarriages of life. I've lost way too many, honestly. But I was debating on if I reported him for self-harm, I don't know what the repercussions of that would be. But I guess I would get to fill out a report in detail, but I'm still thinking about the wording that I would use, and I didn't have time yesterday to get to chess camp and finish what I started. So I did what I did in the space of 2 to 10 minutes, looking up his history with SLK chess, and you know, all you can do is you can do what you do, but as a teacher in the United States, you're not allowed to let behavior like that go by without actually letting someone know what your instinct tells you. Good morning, Zephyr. I think I've played e4 against everybody so long that it's time for a more positional approach against the tactical Zephyr. Oh, I forgot that you were playing this. I believe that one of the best moves, Zephyr, against this particular continuation is d5. When knight on g to e2 happens, d5 puts the question to the bishop. Although there's nothing wrong with what you're doing. Yours is also a time and well-tested plan. I'm coming home. Shut up now. Do I want to play it this way? I was debating on playing it that way. Because I don't mind. Or do I go for a plan involving d5? Or do I just let you grab the space tentatively? My e3 pawn could become tragically weak.
Hello there.
Good morning, Ismail. How are you? Alright, we have a plan. It took us a little while to have a plan. But we do have a plan. For the tentative time being, we have a plan as long as he can't anchor a knight on e4, and this will have to do. So the instructional streams, after having thought about it, I've been contemplating this, not unlike all of my college papers. Yes, absolutely, Lauren. So I'm behind by a lot on Pegasus's streams and whatnot. And now there we go. This was almost my idea for fighting for certain squares. I am going to put my bishop on b2 if I get a chance, but the other diagonal may be fought for. Or should I say fraught for? So where is he headed? We're going to keep bothering our opponent to a great extent, the old-fashioned way. My first instinct was to play d5. Uh-oh. Are we weakening black's structure?
Check.
I feel like we're weakening black's structure.
Check.
Let's just keep everything under wraps for just a moment. Can I shut him out? I feel like I should shut him out. I don't want to hang any pawns. Okay.
Close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we
We're still battening down the hatches in the only way we know possible. And this looks like it is going to be very curious. Yep.
Check.
Yes, yes. It is unfortunate that I had to give back that pawn, right? Moment of truth. Is knight to f4 a threat? Is knight to e5 a threat? It is. It's unfortunate. But we have g3. I have to unfortunately play this, for the most part, the old-fashioned way. Still have plenty of weaknesses to tag, but we did have to give back the material.
Check.
We're just a traveling. Whoa. You did have me there. That's very annoying, I have to admit.
Check.
Uh-oh. Did I fall for this?
Time is running out.
I didn't completely fall for it. Mhm. Let's just batten down our hatches ever so carefully. Oh no! I was going to move my knight, and then I chose to batten down the queenside pawns. Nice job, Zephyr. Oh! Zephyr reminds me of Conte de Luna, also an expatriate, living abroad. Hungarian living abroad. I don't know if he's back in Hungary now, though. You missed it. Queen takes f6. Indeed. Why am I wasting a Carl Khan on a 1337? Because I don't believe ratings are accurate. Oh no, what happened, Ali? Losses happen, Ali. Losses happen. The hard part is becoming that much more determined. Feel like a diamond. You know what? I'm gonna play the London. Bump. How about this? But the kid is active in general. Hold on 1 second. I'm doing okay, Ismail. Thank you, Ismail. Sorry, I was busy fighting for my life at that moment. So, Lauren... Oh, the Lauren question you're answering. I didn't answer Ismail. Yeah, I was fighting for my life. We're going to do the reversed Chopava London now. Yes. Defenses to the Queen's Gambit that lead to more active play for black. Well, I mean, if you really must answer d4 with d5, if you must answer d4 with d5, therein lies a little bit of the problem, right? Therefore, historically, the Queen's Gambit has not necessarily been the most active defense. I would suggest if you must insist on playing the Queen's Gambit, then you probably have to go to the Tartakower. Can I attack and defend at the same time? Let's do that. I'm trying to encourage my opponent. I'm trying to encourage my opponent to capture. Yeah, she plays d5. So in the Queen's Gambit, the Tartakower is probably the most flexible. You could look at Nigel Short's games as black. You can go for the Dubov Tarash. The Dubov Tarash is the old von Bartleben Tarash souped up on steroids. Basically on the 7th move, instead of bishop e7 against the main line, you played c takes d4, knight takes d4, and bishop c5. And it works out really, really well. If you check it in the Elite Chess database, you'll see that Magnus Carlsen and... Alright, I need to see what's going on with this knight on c3. Not to mention the pawn on c2 is hanging in a lot of lines. I can extract my queen very easily with bishop queen a3 in most cases. I just want to make sure, just for one day, well, that was a good move. But I am planning on cashing in on all fronts. Oh,
We could be heroes.
wait a minute now. Something's wrong with this picture. Am I getting shish kebabbed on this side of the board, or is the knight tied down, or is the bishop tied down to defending the knight? Seriously though, I'm not showing my opponent any respect here. Really sad. I feel terrible that I'm not showing him any respect. How about this one for a lack of respect? Lack of respect continues. Whoa. Talk about lack of respect, sir. Talk about lack of respect. Egads. That was totally uncalled for.
Victory.
But at least I got my rooks into the game. My rook on A8 was very passive, but useful. Wow, I lost a record 3 games today. There's a hippo course on Chasuble. Excellent work, Egon Hubert. Egon. I'm trying to recall where Egon and Lee Cooper are from. Do we know? Archipelago. Guess where he's probably from. Namaste, Aliadar. Was that you? You played pretty well. Did you want to go over that game? Let's see that game real quick. Because you just needed to do 2 things better. Alihidar. Whoops. Okay. So our number 1 goal in the opening is to fight for the center. So you're either fighting for the center, holding the center, or giving up the center. So in this particular case, you gave up your center in a way. By the move knight f3, you're somewhat forced into this line, right? Where you capture. And then you tried to hold the center. You could fight for the center with the move c4 and knight c3. And that way you're going to keep fighting for the center, Ali. So honestly, you have to use pawn breaks to get your pieces out and to get good squares for your rooks. You did very well there, Ali. So in this case, all I can say is that right now you're playing okay, but we have no chance of attacking this pawn for real, right? And this was good, this was all good, this was all good. Now moving the same piece twice to go for this attack works out. It works out just now because you're getting an outpost square, you're getting a really good strong square. But in general, you just want to get your pieces out as fast as humanly possible and bring your rooks into the game, if you can. But you're doing fine here, and I'm sure your son will analyze this game with you. Ryzen should analyze this game with you. I played terribly. I'm so sorry. I apologize. And this was good. I was actually after this weakness. So here, possibly just connecting your rooks, right? And use this rook maybe. Try to get through to that square. So just queen d2 and connect your rooks. It's one very good option for you, right? It doesn't say it's a mistake. Oh, it does say it was a mistake. It liked queen e1. I don't know. If I look at this, I bet it queen d2 is almost as good. Yeah, queen d2 is just as good and more natural. Queen d2 is just as good and more natural. because you need your pieces coming across. I'm not so sure about queen e1. That's asking for trouble. So here, knight e2, and I had to defend, right? So now black is better, unfortunately. Yeah, knight e2, you moved your piece backwards and you defended. You don't really want to defend. Oh no, we missed her. We missed her. Miss and Mas, we missed her. She really did leave. I have no idea what this streamer is all about, who Miss and Mas raided. But in order for me to move on to our instructional streams, because I'm about to do some instructional streams. Ali Hadar, we have a YouTube channel as well. But I think that your son is fast, becoming stronger than me, if he's only 9. I can only give him my experiences, probably. His technical skills as a young tactician are certainly very good. Let's look at that one for a moment. After this, you're in a lot of trouble. I didn't need to play that move. Yeah, I just needed, as I announced previously, I should probably just retreat, right? Bishop's hanging, and on knight takes, I just take the bishop, and then just keep everything solid. So here I took the pawn. And now, so bishop to b3 was not the right move. Oh no, am I losing here? Am I this close to losing? Makes sense. This is a hard move to see because of the pressure and the pressure. A takes b5, bishop takes b5, and I have to play rook c8. Apparently, I cannot play queen to d6 because of bishop f4, I guess. Yeah, and then I'm in trouble all around. I have to actually walk away from my knight, so I have to actually play rook to c8. That's no good. Ali Hadar. So queen a3, rook a1. So let's just keep ourselves calm and collected here. Personally, I would probably go with some move like, I still might just keep developing with knight c6. This bishop is not happy. The computer wants us to play g4. I mean, I imagine that it's just as good a plan as any. But I mean, black has a clear advantage here, right? Why weaken ourselves further? So if you're going to have a weakened position, you might as well at least threaten to get both rooks into the game. This rook isn't protected, so there may be threats. Right? And this part of the game was not good. You tried. With Ryzen? What happened to Ryzen? Ryzen, sorry. Ouch. So Ryzen beat me in the first game? Let's take a quick look with Ali. Yeah, this is not a good sign. The main line is d5. I can see his age now. I can see his age now. You have to fight for the center. You don't want to give up the center, right? I'm going to turn down the music just a little bit. Turning down the music just a little bit so you can hear it. So you don't want to give up the center, right? I was very lucky in this game. So fighting for the center consists of d5 and fighting for the center in this manner. if your son is listening. So I have my stream marked for adults, but in reality, that is just to protect me, just in case something happens. I don't want anyone to think that, you know, I have complete control over everything that's going on in the stream, which, you know, as you know, the public is very, very unpredictable. So Queen F3 is the best move. Fascinating. I've always wanted to know that. I'm looking with Stockfish. Very often I've played D3. And this line leads only to equality. Then when bishop g4 happens, this is all the main line, by the way. Then bishop to g2. And etc. And this is just equal. So yeah, he has to fight for the center, but he can do that research on his own. This is called the Vienna Gambit. And if he doesn't play this opening, I would say that he should be playing all of the openings, but he should be entering e4 with e5, right? Let's take a quick look at Ryzev's games really quickly. So you are playing the Petrov. Yeah. Not a bad defense. But I also like the richness of the Berlin, or the richness of the Ruy Lopez, or the richness of it. So Ali, I would suggest, if he wants to have fun, and he may already know about this, Nesmith Dinov's games. For black against the e4. Nesmith Dinov's games. And I'm going to go back to look at his games elsewhere. Yeah, he does not have a line against the Karo Khan. You should watch my first YouTube video for white. Watch my first YouTube video for white. That's the introductory video. It's about the Panov-Botvinnik attack. Yeah, Panov-Botvinnik against the Karo Khan. This line is no good. What you are playing is... Let's see what we got. Oh, you ended up... Oh, that was us. The C29, Vienna Gambit. Yeah, it was a bad Vienna Gambit. Petrov. And the Four Knights game. Yeah, so I definitely got him here. I got him out of his book with the Vienna game by accident. I was very lucky to get him out of his game, even though he won the game. He played very well. I am old, so I have a good excuse in not playing very well. And here's another one, right? Like, the opponent beat your son with this opening is very tough. Everything is fundamentally good. I would not play this way because of the weakness of this long diagonal. You already have a diagonal for the bishop. Overprotection. Overprotection. Nimzovich. Maybe you're worried about this, so that's fine too. Let's just say, what did he do in the game? What did he do in the game? Let's see. So e3. He played... Oh, white played g4. That's very weird. Oh no, and we gave away 2 pieces for a rook. Yeah, that was a mathematical problem. So I correct what I said before. I'm not sure how I lost to Ryzev. I'm not sure how I lost to Ryzev, but I have a feeling that he should play slower time controls too. He should play 5 minute No 3-0. You have to have time to think, play calmly, and practice calculation. Think, play calmly, strategically, objectively, and practice calculation, analysis. 3-0, 5-0, okay. So if we go to the arenas, play, arena tournament, hourly blitz. Much better. 3-0, just not enough time. Not enough time. Hourly blitz 5-0. Maybe some of these. 10-0. I apologize. Only because you told me your English is not so good. I just wanted to emphasize that I'm sorry. But you can still hear me, I hope. You can refresh. Whoops. What happens with Control-Shift-T? So yeah, 5-0 or 10-0. Lauren will be very happy to hear me saying this. But in general, for Ryzev, yeah, always refresh. In the top corner of the screen, there's a little circle in the Twitch that sometimes refreshes everything. In the Twitch app, I believe. Yeah, play slower. Not too slow, because I know he wants the experience and he wants it to be fun.
Do it! Just do it!
Namaste, Ishmael. I'm happy to say that Ishmael... Oh no! How did I thought Ishmael got a sub. For my instructional streams, the ones that I want to do in rather rapid fashion, Eric, I hope nobody takes offense, but I am going to probably do them in subs only mode to limit the amount of distraction. No, namaste. Definitely subscribe to my YouTube, check it out. And I will try to do more content of experience and instruction. Okay? More content, experience, and instruction. I play every opening. I've been a master since, my God, 1989? I don't even want to think about how many years that is. It's over 30 years. Is that true? $1989. A year longer than Magnus Carlsen has been alive. Maybe not a year longer, because I became a master, I think, in December of '89. Is that crazy or what? Is that crazy or what? It is certainly crazy. I really want to thank the community for getting our Master Chess Dojo name on the channel. And we're always growing every day. I noticed that the number goes up. We had 2611 at the start of the day. Oh yes, that is a beautiful book. Absolutely beautiful book. Namaste. Absolutely. That is a must. I'm happy. And an answer to your other question, I realized I forgot to, because I was rushing off. I was rushing out the door, or I was rushing to get the stream started. Because I was rushing, I didn't answer the other question. Ideally, you should do it over the board. You should play it out over the board. You read the book and play it out over the board. But mistakes will be made, and you go back to the beginning of the game and go through each game 2 times. Just go through the game and appreciate the game 2 times. Read the comments in your head, read the analysis in your head, and if you don't get it in your head, then play it out over the board. Then start the game over again, or from a diagram, and then keep going. I love playing over the games of great players. I also have a very large touch screen, if you don't notice, so I get to move the pieces the way they're supposed to be moved. So I'm torn on that note, right? whether I want to do it this way on the computer, moving the pieces, or if I played Jimmy Sherwin. Jimmy Sherwin plays the mysterious rook to b8. And he slid it over with his pinky as though he had a devious plan, because Bobby was very young at the time. So he was trying to play with the young Bobby Fischer. But yeah, I played Jimmy Sherwin in Manhattan Chess Club in Blitz, and I got the chance to move my rook over against him with my pinky. It wasn't the same. It was like rook on a to d8, but I moved my rook from a8 to d8. Ali, thank you for the sub. Namaste. You are excellent. So yeah, against Jimmy Sherwin, who played Bobby Fischer in the first game of 60 Memorable Games, I got a chance to play him. Might have been 1990 or 1991. It could have been 89, but I don't think it was that far ago. I have to look at my database. Arnold Denker, who played against all of the greats. I played against Arnold Denker, Anthony Sadie, who lost the famous game to Bobby Fischer, and Jimmy Sherwin. I think that... Oh, yes. That's Zach on 8-7. Indeed. No, it's beautiful, beautiful games. And then you ingest their thing. The drawback, the awkwardness that is... I'm going to turn down the volume just a little bit again. I'll turn up the desktop because I'm turning down the desktop volume here. There we go. The awkwardness of Bobby Fischer is this, his religiousness to play the King's Indian Defense for the first one half of the book. He starts playing the Nimzo Indian a little over or about halfway through the book. So he has the Nimzo Indian in there as an alternative defense later. And he talks about, I think he plays against knight on g to e2 and knight to g3. I can't remember the game. Ironically, if I remember the name, then I remember the game. Like you mentioned Jimmy Sherwin. Yeah, in the book, he only plays the King's Indian Defense religiously for 2/3 of the games with black. And then, of course, you have the one King's Gambit against Spassky in 1960, I believe, where Bobby Fischer answers e4 with e5, totally not believing that Spassky would play the King's Gambit against him. And Spassky plays the King's Gambit against him. So that was a good sign that Bobby Fischer was willing to play any opening against any player anytime. Later, he played the Alekhines defense. Later, he played c4 as white, and he even played 1b3 in an exhibition match, but not in that book. A really good book on Fischer. If you want one that's maybe even better, there are two books. And there's a new edition of this one, I think. It's Soltis's. I told you about Andy Soltis, right? Andy Soltis wrote Carlsen 60 Memorable Games. Andy Soltis already wrote Bobby Fischer Rediscovered, where he analyzes and tells the stories behind all of those games very, very well. Most of those games are in this book. So if you wanted to play through all of those games only once, 60 Memorable Games, and then go through this book to get them again, it's definitely worth it. This book starts even earlier than that book, I believe. Maybe not. Maybe not. I think the game in that book against Jimmy Sherwin was 1955. He does not have the game against Jimmy Sherwin in this book. Wait, I take it back. It was 1957. Or was it? This is a different Jimmy Sherwin game. 1957. The game that we're talking about with Jimmy Sherwin. This is a nice old copy of my 6 memorable games. Oh, it is the same one. But Bobby Fischer doesn't play the Open Sicilian. It is a different game. This is the New Jersey Open, which is a tournament I had to play in. That's coming up. I might play the New Jersey Open again to kickstart my my career. Maybe I should be going through Fischer's games as well. Not 55. Well, he played him twice in 1957 because he also played him in the U.S. Championship in an Open Sicilian. This was a Nidorf variation. The book in here that he plays Jimmy Sherwin in the same year later on in this book. Bobby Fischer started the 1957 U.S. Championship with a modest 2-1 score. 2 wins, 1 loss, and then went on an 8.5 to 1.5 winning spree that won the tournament. Some of his games were marred by shocking tactical lapses, including a double question mark moves by both players, but his slips were offset by this game, which won the second Brilliancy Prize. So the game in this book wins the second Brilliancy Prize. I don't think in his 60 memorable games that he has 2 games against Jimmy Sherwin. Maybe he does. Let's take a quick peek. By the way, this is also a book stream. Yeah, he doesn't include the second Brilliancy Prize game in this book. Isn't that funny that he got nearly a Brilliancy Prize for that game, and he doesn't consider it one of his memorable games. So yeah, Bobby Fischer Rediscovered by Andy Soltis. Soltis. I think I told you about it in the Andy Soltis writes very good game collection books. Why Lasker Matters is another one of my favorites. Definitely another one of my favorites. So when I do my instructional streams, I'm going to be doing game encapsulated streams, everyone. And I'm going to be doing them for subscribers only. And I'll be doing them on YouTube and Twitch. And I will throw up a little bit of a warning that I'm recording an instructional video, that there could be audience participation involved. But I find the editing process on YouTube very tenuous. So therefore, I sort of want to make it all the way through the game, and then we can quiz on the game later, if that's okay, everyone. That's my plan anyway. That is my plan. And my favorite casual streamer is back. If I'm going to return with an instructional stream, I am going to return with some really feverishly instructional streams because I want to get them all pounded out today. I have to leave you now. And I want to thank everybody, especially those that have followed. Please make sure that you follow all of the dojos. That way you can get your training every day at this time. Arikido, ciao. Thank you so much, everyone. Namaste. I want to thank Ali for the subscription. I believe that is the same person as the follower. And her son, Riser. Namaste. Please enjoy the awesome, casual, improving stream. Zephyr, thank you so much. Thanks, everyone. So I will be back, hopefully, with instructional streams immediately, if possible. Cheers and ciao.